It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, the Jessup City Commissioners met Tuesday for their regular scheduled meeting. Commissioners under old business passed second readings of ordinances that they already passed but needed a full commission in order to pass it officially. First, their amended purchasing ordinance allowing the city manager to approve a purchase up to $20,000 as before the limit was $10,000 and for department heads from $1,000 to $2,000. They also passed their second reading of the amended retirement policy allowing those with 20 years of service or more to use their unused vacation time. They also passed their parking ordinance looking to crack down on commercial vehicles parking on the side of the road in neighborhoods and city streets. Also under new business, the commissioners voted unanimously to name the upcoming Pocket Park near the old Chamber of Commerce after former Commissioner and Mayor Jim Bland. Commissioner Tim Cockfield brought the idea up at the last city meeting. He made the motion last night to have the park officially named after Jim Bland.
That we name the park the Jim Bland Memorial Park.
I second that motion.
I got a motion.
I guess we should probably ask his family, do they want it listed? Sometimes you see him as James R. Bland, and sometimes you see him as Jim. Bill Morris Park out here is W. William Morrison, have the Bill in parentheses. I don't know. I'll call it, just let everyone, I'll call
You already worked the motion to just say, just name it after
him,
him.
and yeah, we'll find out
Yeah.
exactly how they want his name listed.
I found a motion for Chris Cockfield to name it after Mr. Bland, and it gets determined the exact verbiage of how the family would prefer it. And second, Commissioner Todd. So, I have any discussion on that part? By the way, that part's coming along very nice. I ride by and watch it every day. These guys are working hard. It's looking
They're
good.
working very hard.
That's great. So, Madam Clerk, would you call roll?
Commissioner House?
Yes.
Commissioner Harvey?
Yes.
Commissioner Armstrong? Yes. Commissioner Schuman? Yes. Commissioner Cockfield?
Yes.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
And once again, the vote unanimously again to name the Pocket Park after Jim Bland. Under new business, commissioners entered into a contractual agreement with Thomas & Hutton, who will be overseeing major projects concerning the East Jessup Sewer Improvement Project. Cost of the engineering agreement, $744,000. The entire project in the neighborhood of $9 million. And the vote unanimous at Tuesday's meeting. Under items with the commissioners, Tim Cockfield asked that the Tuesday, November 1st meeting be canceled. That's the date of the make-up football game between Wayne County and Burke County at J.C. Stadium. Motion was made to that effect and passed by unanimous vote. Commissioners say if needed, they can have a call meeting on that Thursday, November 3rd. But again, the Tuesday, November 1st meeting has been canceled. That's a look at last night's City Council meeting. We've got more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. In other news, the Wayne County Commissioners met Monday for their monthly meeting. At that meeting, the Commissioners voted 3-2 to appoint Robbie Smart as their new Chief Registrar of Wayne County. Commissioners Kevin McCreary and Kathy Keith voted against the motion, and on Tuesday, WIFO-FM had a chance to talk with Commissioner Kevin McCreary, asked him why the Commissioners have opted to change registrars at this time, with early voting beginning in just a couple of weeks. The Commissioners voted 3-2 to put Robbie Smart in as Chief Registrar. The question is, early voting starts Monday, October 11th. Why the change in Chief Registrar at this time?
I have no idea. We've been fighting this for 3 months. Herschel said that he was given several names, and last night I found out there were 6 names, and I asked for those names, was never given those names, and last night when he made the motion, Herschel made the motion that Robbie Smart be the Chief Registrar. Boo Thomas immediately seconded it. And when we went to comments, I asked the question, why were we not given names so that we can check the background of these people? We want to make sure we're doing things according to the Georgia Code Book. They have a Georgia election code book, and we're supposed to be doing things according to that. And from what I read, and I'm not going to go through it because it gets too deep, page 160, the grand jury is supposed to select 3 to 5 names and give those, and then the judge will pick the chief registrar from the registrars that are picked. And if it's after 90 days, which was up on September the 28th, just a few days ago, after that 90 days, then the county governing body will select the registrars, and then the chief registrar will be picked from those registrars. I don't even know if Robbie is a registrar now. So, but if you look in the code book, page 160, and then on 162, it says when the governing authority of the county selects, they're supposed to do it in the same accordance as the jury does it. You know, we're right here before an election, and we're appointing somebody. I don't know anything about it. He's our IT guy. I'm sure he's a nice fella, but I don't know him. But as you know me, I like to go through things and figure out the facts on people before I vote for anything. That's why I voted no, but it was just funny to me that they voted and immediately seconded it and were ready to take a vote without even any questions asked about the names, any selection process that we were given the opportunity. You know, I represent over 5,000 people of this county, and I really believe, you know, our legislators have tirelessly fought for voter integrity. And now our county is going back on that voter integrity, and just it's a slap in the face to the voters, telling them that their representative, which is whichever district they're in, is not getting a voice in what's being done with the chief registrar here just a few days before the election, the early voting starts.
Was there a problem with Susan Nash? Why is this brought up? I know her term ended, but why did they decide to make a change? What was brought to the commissioners about that? I talked to Kathy Keith. She said the same thing you said about the list of names. She said there's only one name submitted, so that's why she voted against it. She thought that there were supposed to be several names submitted. But my question again is there a problem was there a problem with the current registrar who was in there for several years?
Well, it's a touchy situation with her being a deputy registrar and also chief registrar. She's an employee, which they said she is not, but she's paid by the county. And also she's given a stipend from the state for being chief registrar. I have not heard of anything about her integrity in how she does her job, for the, you know, justification of getting rid of her. They say it's not a demotion, but I clearly think it's a demotion if you go from chief registrar back to deputy registrar. She's definitely handled the county's voting process very well, and if you've ever talked to her, she knows everybody. She knows everything. She's even in the 2020 election, they had a lot of changes throughout that election process, and they were required to keep up with each of those changes. And from my understanding from the people that I talked to, she did very well in that.
And once again, those comments of Commissioner Kevin McCreary. Again, he said to join us next Thursday on the World Famous Butch and Bob Show to discuss more about this and other county topics. We also talked Tuesday with Commissioner Kathy Keith, asked her why she voted no. She states the commission was told from the outset that they would be given a list of names interested in being the chief registrar, and the fact that only one name was mentioned and motioned on. She says she simply could not vote, did not like the process, and voted against the motion. Once again, the vote 3-2 to replace Susan Nash as chief registrar. Her term had expired. It's an appointed position, and the commission has the right to appoint whoever they so desire. Once again, early voting will begin Monday, October 17th. Tuesday, October 11th is the last day to register to vote here in Wayne County. Again, the general election is going to be held on November the 8th. Once again, the deadline to register to vote for the general election is Tuesday, October 11th. Early voting begins on Monday, October 17th. It's a 3-week process, runs through Friday, November the 4th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Hall Richard Recreation Center on 644 North 4th Street. 2 Saturday voting dates during the early voting. The Saturday voting dates are Saturday, October 22nd and Saturday, October 29th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Hall Richard Recreation Center. Election day set for Tuesday, November 8th. Again, they state if you have any questions or concerns, contact the registrar's office at 912-427-5950. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news. This is homecoming week, and the Wayne County High School homecoming parade is set for tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. with the parade lineup at 5 p.m. Themes rocking through the ages. Homecoming queen in her court will be crowned during Friday night's halftime ceremonies at JC Stadium. Following young ladies in the court, Hadley Bell, Julia Clinton, Summer Eastwood, Sophie Fender, Javia Fulmore, Isabella Galliano, Kira Guyton, Jocelyn Hines, Camilla Johnson, Carolyn Love, Andy Akuzi, Alexis Pye, Janiyah Smith, Shiana Trice, and Carson Ward. Again, the homecoming game Friday night at JC Stadium. One of those young ladies will be crowned homecoming queen during the halftime ceremonies of Friday night's game. Once again, the parade tomorrow afternoon in downtown Jessup at 5 p.m. Speaking of homecomings, again, a reminder, Odom homecoming has been rescheduled for Saturday, October the 15th. The full day of activities gets underway that Saturday with the parade at 10 a.m., platform ceremonies at 11, and everything postponed this past weekend, but rescheduled for the weekend of October the 15th. Also, this coming weekend, the 23rd annual Lean Todd Memorial Rodeo, set for Friday and Saturday, October 7th and 8th at the TNT Arena. Showtimes 8 p.m., gates open at 6. Admission price $15 for adults, 6 and under admitted free. If you need more information, call 266-2521 or 256-1034. That's the William Todd Memorial Rodeo set for this Friday and Saturday. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.